sometimes a plate of comfort food can make a bad day a good day with very, very little effort. But most of us consider comfort food to be one of two things, either really complicated or two, very unhealthy. Well, this is neither. This is actually very good for you, delicious, and incredibly simple. I want to show you some really simple ingredients, some really easy techniques so you get this done. We're going to do an amazing pot roast today, and it's going to blow your socks off. This is quicker than getting in the car and going to the local Chinese place for takeout. This is so very, very simple. Now, I already have my oven preheated to 350. I have about a 3-pound chuck roast here, and all I'm going to do is lightly season both sides, just a little salt and pepper, and that's just to give it just a little bit of love right there. Give it a little bit of a flip. You're going to see that the chuck roast has just like a roadmap of fat in it, so it's not super lean, but it's not amazingly fatty. It's just a real middle of the road kind of cut of meat, which is nice, because you don't want it too lean because you're not going to have much flavor, but you don't want it too fatty because then it's just not good for you. So we'll leave this off to the side. I'm going to put this back here while I use the pot, the pot roast. Okay, so I have a nice Dutch oven, which is a pan with a lid that can go in the oven. If you have a roasting pan with a lid that can go in the oven, this is a meal for you. All right, the first thing I'm starting off with is just a small bag of these baby red tomatoes. They come, you can get them in white too, but they're like bite-sized. They're so simple. They're washed, rinsed, and they're done. Into the pot. Okay, so then I have just a handful of baby shiitake mushrooms right in. I'm leaving the mushrooms whole too because these are going to cook down an amazing flavor is going to happen. All right, so baby carrots, right out of the bag, rinsed, in the pot, 2 cups. Celery, 3 ribbons, 2 cups, in the pot. I can just see the complications that are arising from putting this dish together, right? It came from the store, and I'm putting it all into a pot. So simple. Okay, so now I have 4 medium-sized onions. They're cleaned off, peeled. I'm going to cut them into fourths, throw them in the pot. Cut them into fourths. What we're going to do, I'm going to show you here in a second, is kind of take the petals apart of the onions. So all you have are these nice little petals. Just going to pull these apart just like that. So all the little sections of the onion pull apart, and you end up with little onion petals. Okay, that doesn't look all that good, so it doesn't go in. Alright, so we're just going to pull these apart. So far it's pretty simple, right? Yeah. This is one of the best comfort good food that you can have. And we don't eat beef very often. It's kind of one of those treats for us. So when I do have beef, I want it to be really, really delicious. And I want to make sure that I incorporate a lot of vegetables and nutrition into the pot and just make it crazy good. Alright, so that's good enough. This will all bake apart. As this roasts, these are all going to kind of come apart. Alright, we're going to use about a tablespoon or a tablespoon and a half of the roasted garlic olive oil. Probably a little bit lighter then. I could have gone a little bit heavier with that. And garlic. You very rarely will hear me say I put too much garlic in this. So, but we're leaving the cloves whole, just peeled. If you don't have peeled fresh garlic in your fridge, there's a quick tip on the website. You can watch it. Keep it peeled and in your fridge all the time. Super easy. Now for this, I don't want to chop it. I want to leave it pretty much intact, but I want it to release all the flavor. So this is one of those times we're just going to give it a smash and toss it in. You see people do this on the cooking shows all the time. Looks so complicated. Just reach into your fridge, pull out your quick tip of peeled garlic, and give it a smash. And that's just going to come apart as this roast. We're going to end up with this amazing garlic flavor. It's going to be really sweet, very tender. And I'm using 10 cloves of garlic. All right. Now if that's a little heavy for you, you can dial it back a little bit. However, remember when fresh garlic roasts, it gets very, very mild and sweet. So keep that in mind. All right, now I got about a teaspoon of salt left in here, right in there, and about a teaspoon of pepper left in there. Done. Let's give this a quick toss with my hands. I'm just going to mix this all together. All those vegetables. This is going to roast down. When these start to roast, they're going to break apart. And all that moisture and bulk is going to release. And when you open this pan up, when it's done, all this is going to be this beautiful roasted vegetables along the bottom of the pan. So I'm just going to make a little bit of a ditch here in the middle of the pan. Reach back here, grab my chuck roast, and lay that right on top. Let's shove that right in there. Now, as this roast, all the flavor from this meat is going to sink down into those vegetables. And all the vegetables are going to release all their flavors, and it's going to come up and get absorbed into this roast. So, the oven is preheated, 350. Lid is on the pot. In the oven for 2 to 2.5 hours. And this will be a one-pot wonder like no one's ever seen. It's been 2.5-ish hours about. Actually been exactly 2.5 hours. And this roast smells off the chain. So I'm going to grab it out of the oven real quick and bring it up here and put it on the island. Yes. I don't know if you can see this. Actually, you know what? I'm going to turn this up so you can see it. Look at that. It's some kind of beautiful. Right? Oh my goodness. I'm going to be eating this for 2 days. I'm so excited. Let's get it out onto the plate so you can see what this looks like. Alright. I'm actually going to use a spoon and a spatula because the meat is really soft and it's starting to fall apart. So let's do this. Oh, that is perfection right there. And I'm going to toss these vegetables a little bit. There's some amazing juice in the bottom of this pan. So let's put this on a plate. I think we're serving it. Grab one more. Okay, so some meat. Here's that. Knife here. Oh, I can't even tell you just how delicious this smells. And how beautiful this meat is. Okay, it's a little bit much. This is where so much flavor is. See the garlic, the potatoes, the onions have cooked down. Okay, I'm getting ready to taste this pot roast. This meat is so tender.